cutting tools for a minute. A lot of you are gonna start off your sewing journey with a nice pair of sewing scissors, and that is great. But at some point, you might wanna amp up your cutting game. And if you want to do that, I'm gonna show you a few options today to get you started on that next level of cutting. And when I say next level, I'm talking about rotary cutters. Rotary cutters come in all different sizes and all different brands and all different shapes. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of my favorite tools for rotary cutting and give you some recommendations on how to get started with this. And I'm also going to show you how to properly use the rotary cutter so that you don't hurt yourself. Because let's be honest, when you say rotary cutter, you get a little stressed out because I'm not going to lie, these things are very sharp. So let's talk about safety, let's talk about how to use them, and let's talk about what to buy. If you just need to be told what to get, that's what this video is for. For most sewing projects, unless you are getting into the deep dredges of quilting, a 45mm blade will be plenty large for exactly what you're doing. You can get smaller ones for more intricate work, you can get larger ones for more power, but the 45mm is the way to go if you're just starting out. I've got several brands here. I've got Olfa, I think this one's from Hobby Lobby, I've got True Cut, and I've got Creative Grids. They're all wonderful tools. The one that I lean on the most is probably the Creative Grids, and I got that from Sewing Parts Online. I also have a couple different uses for my rotary cutters. So this is my main fabric rotary cutter, and when this blade wears out, I then move it to my paper and utility rotary cutter as a backup. So item one, you definitely need the rotary cutter. Item number two, the rotary cutter cannot be used on a tabletop. It will scratch it, it will bust it up, it's not good. What you'll need is a cutting mat. These also come in all different shapes and sizes and brands. The size that I recommend to new sewists is the 24x36 cutting mat. This is a yard across, and it's wide enough on top to bottom that you can fold a piece of quilting cotton across its like natural crease and fit it all on here for cutting. It's a great size for quilting, it's a great size for garment making, and also for bag making. You've got your rotary cutter, you've got your cutting surface, but you don't want to be driving all willy-nilly without anything to edge it up against. So the third item that you will need is an acrylic ruler. I realize this is starting to sound high maintenance, but these three items are absolutely essential, and a lot of times you can find them together in a bundle deal on Amazon because most sewing sellers understand that these three go hand in hand. The size of acrylic ruler that I recommend to new sewists and really just all around sewists, this one will be universal for you for a long time, is the 3x18. And this one's made by Fiskars, and I have had it for years and years, and it's still in great shape. I also like to get, when I can, the Omni-Grid brand. These are also really good brand of acrylic ruler. These also come in literally a million shapes and sizes. So as you grow in your quilting or sewing journey, you may find a use for these different sizes. But for right now, today, if you're just starting out, the 3x18 is my best recommendation for you. It can cut a multitude of things, and it's really, really a great universal ruler. So let me show you how we put this all together. Just to clarify, this is how I use my rotary cutter, ruler, and cutting mat. There are other ways out there that are probably just as good, just as safe, and probably even better. But this is my disclaimer that this is the way I do it, and if you want to do it differently, that's fine. Let's say on this piece of fabric, I want to cut a 2" by 10" rectangle. So how I'm going to measure this out and lay it out is I am going to find on my cutting mat some squares. On most cutting mats, you will have the inch markers going up the side and across the bottom. And if you want to pull it down to where you have those inch measurements, that's fine. But the beauty part of using the acrylic ruler is you can also use that for your measurements and just square it off in one of these corners. My fabric is looking really good across this bottom line, but I need to cut a 2" by 10" square. So I'm going to find my 2" line. So with this being a 3" ruler, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 inches. And I'll lay that down right on this 2" line. And that's the beauty part of this being a clear ruler, is that I can see exactly where my fabric is falling on that line. So I've got 2 inches going this way, and I've got it measured up to the 10 right here. And this particular ruler can be flipped either way because it's got the numbers going opposite directions. Not all rulers are like this. My Omni-Grid, for example, the numbers only go in one direction. So it's really about preference here. So I've got this laid out where it's 10 inches long and 2 inches wide. To cut it, I'm going to lay my hand flat and put pressure on this acrylic ruler. I don't want it to move when I'm cutting. I'm keeping my fingers 2 inches or more away from the edge as a buffer zone to keep my hand safe. Open up your blade, push it up against your acrylic ruler, push it down into the cutting mat, and make a nice swift cut. Close up your blade, remove the excess, and then we're going to make our 2-inch cross cut. So everything's lined up perfectly. For this cut, I'm going to turn my body and make an L shape with my hand. And I'm still staying about 2 inches away from that edge. That still gives me control, but it keeps me a safe distance away from my blade. Push it up against the edge, roll it, close it. While we're here, let's cut a couple more things. Now this time I'm cutting a 2-inch square, and I've got this lined up on my 2-inch square, and I can see where my 2-inch line is. So what I'm gonna do is place my ruler 2 inches, and you can double check this by checking this 2-inch corner and making sure that your fabric lays within those parameters. Once you're sure that it does, double check that your hand is about 2 inches away from the edge. Open that blade, cut, close. Let me show you how to remove the rotary cutter blade. This Olfa is a very common brand, so I like to put my finger right here. If you want to get one of those protective gloves, if you're really worried about it, you can wear one of those like blade gloves that people use when they use like their mandolin slicer. You're just going to unscrew this screw back here. I like to flip it down when I do this because there's a little like a little ring that goes around as well, and I don't want to lose track of that. So I keep those together. Turn it out onto your cutting table where you're not going to touch it. This part will come back with you, and I like to use tweezers. I don't want to get anywhere near that blade. I'm going to take it, drop it in there, close her up. I keep my used rotary cutter blades in this little jar, and then once it gets full, which it won't in probably a million years, then I would dispose of it. This goes back on the high shelf. This is my pack of rotary cutter blades that are fresh. It never hurts to wipe all these pieces off while you have everything disassembled. And when you're ready to put the new one on, pick up your new blade, lay it right there on top, drop the circle on top there, put your finger right here and flip it, and then carefully screw the back on. So that in a nutshell is what you need and what you need to know when it comes to rotary cutters and upping your cutting game when it comes to sewing. To recap, what I recommend new sewists or people new to rotary cutting get is a 45mm rotary cutter, a 3x18 acrylic ruler, and a 24x36 cutting mat. You can't cut through because that's literally what you're gonna be trying to do. I hope this was helpful. If y'all have questions, just drop them in the comments. I'm happy to help, and I hope that this was helpful and informative to you. If there are more topics like this that you wanna see quick videos and recommendations on, let me know. Like and follow for more.